Welcome to the Smart Men Under God Guidance channel, SMUGG, where we explore and look at breakthrough innovative technology that will change and reorganize the world we live in and the companies and men behind these endeavors. Jamaica's top 3 to-do list. If Jamaica had a top 3 to-do list to change the whole dynamics of the social and economic foundation of the country, it would comprise the following. The reduction of the production and distribution of energy cost from the current 428.57% of world prices at 0.30 US cents per kilowatt hour. Reduction in crime and violence by at least 60% over the next 2 years. Community infrastructure investments by 40% of the annual budget over the next 5 years. If we do nothing but those 3 things, it will transform our country into the Caribbean Mecca within 7 years. Acknowledging the problems. While acknowledging one's problems is always a good first step, developing a real plan and strategies to solve them is the key to eliminating them. Mr. Nigel Clarke, Jamaica's finance minister, in his recognition of our 60th anniversary of independence, has done an excellent job of identifying our problems but has yet to propose any meaningful solutions to address them. What are we celebrating? Here we are, after 60 years of celebrating our independence. Are there things to celebrate? Yes, they are. But we are nowhere near the place we need to be. We have achieved a fiscal responsibility spanning several administrations and an unprecedented level of cooperation in managing and reducing our national debt, for which our tribal politics had denied us for at least 47 years. We are just coming into our own over the last 13 years, and prudent management for the better use of resources for the benefit of Jamaicans is urgently required. Being aware that interest is not paid on foreign cash reserves, the shoring up of the levels of foreign reserves to non-performing levels is driving the constant depreciation of the Jamaican dollar in the foreign currency markets, which has been chaotic to businesses and the Jamaican economy in driving up prices and making it impossible to plan budget and make more accurate financial forecasts. As of November 2021, the market value of foreign reserves was $4.7 billion, an increase of $818 million over the last year. Currently, we have over 39.6 weeks of imports, which is way more than half of what a reasonable position for us would be at 19.8 weeks. Therefore, everything over 19 weeks is non-performing hard currency. How do we do this? The budget for 2019/2020 was $765.4 billion. Hence, 40% of that is $306 million. Our current net international reserves, NIR, stand at $4.7 billion, using a rate of $154.00 that equates to $723.8 billion sitting in our accounts. Therefore, we could easily take the $306 million from that account every year over the next 5 years and don't break a sweat. This money can help to address these 3 major issues on our to-do list. Community infrastructure development. All community infrastructure development, building, and any facility requiring electricity must be from some form of renewable energy source, which can feed the Jamaica Public Service grid with any excess generated, and JPS can now distribute the surplus to its network at not more than the rate from the receiving renewable generators. Secondly, this investment within the various communities would be allocated for housing, parks, community centers, roads, playgrounds, etc., and would drive employment within these areas for the inner city residents. And we should engage the Army Corps of Engineers to be project managers working with local contractors to provide technical assistance and a stabilizing security presence within these areas. identifying and earmarking additional funds. Thirdly, we could double our efforts by getting an additional 306M yearly from the National Housing Trust, NHT, to do specific housing development within these communities, using their same criteria for selection and distribution without political interference. Thus, our annual working budget for these specific projects would be $912 million. Mandating renewable energy production. Last but not least, we should look at JPS and set up a 5-year plan to add 5% renewable energy to their grid every year, and if this cannot be accomplished, we should provide a subsidy to independent renewable energy suppliers to fill the gap and break up the monopoly of the JPS. Also, the Jamaican government's 19.9% share in JPS must be valued yearly. All gains in the share value must be invested in renewable energy projects within JPS. As soon as that project comes online, the public must be told of the cost-benefit analysis to the Jamaican customers and the effects and timeline it will have on driving down energy costs to world markets rates. Our problems and challenges are not insurmountable. Contrary to what some may think, Jamaica's problems and solutions are not insurmountable because I can fit them in about 815 words and 2 3/4 pages. Everything I have outlined here is in our power to do. I am inviting the brightest minds in Jamaica to tell me why we cannot do this. I am George O. Smith. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, so I can bring you more innovative technology breakthroughs.